Well, it's the ultimate sign of selflessness, being told you're in a battle for your life and using what time you have left to help others. That's exactly what Professor Richard Scolyer is doing, revealing to A Current Affair his brain cancer has returned after trialling a radical treatment that's changing the future of medicine.
There's so many things that happened that, well, I'm proud of them happening, and I'm proud to still be here. And I think what I've done in brain cancer won't cure it, but I feel like it's likely to push the field forward, and hopefully that's how it will turn out.
Well, Richard's story has touched us all, including Mark Hughes, who's been raising money for brain cancer research since his own diagnosis in 2013. He joins me now. Mark, really nice to see you. Richard Scolyer has inspired the world, but for someone like yourself, what does he mean to you?
That this wonderful man has put brain cancer, has helped put it on the map, he's helped fast track, he's inspired people, he's inspired researchers, and it just warms my heart that the courage that this man has shown in such a devastating time.
Him and you both. Mark, you could be talking about yourself there too, you know.
Yeah, I've been put in circumstances, and for 10 years, I've had a really amazing run. I'm so blessed and grateful that I get the opportunity to fight, because unfortunately in brain cancer, we lose advocates, we lose amazing people that can help in this fight, because it's a big fight and we need lots of help.
And I think that was so tough in hearing the news, knowing that we are going to lose Richard in this fight. You actually crossed paths with him when you were getting your recent scans, and you walked out okay. He didn't. Is that hard to get your head around?
Yeah, myself and Kira Lee, my wife, were in Sydney at Royal North Shore, and I just got my scans. We went to a coffee shop to kill some time to get our results, and as we walked into the coffee shop, my Kira Lee says, "Oh my God, there's Richard. We need to go and meet this guy," because we obviously looked up to him so much. So we went over and we said, "Do you mind if we have a chat?" And I didn't realise that he was going to jump in the elevator and go up and get delivered some devastating results.
So when you heard the news last night that Richard's cancer was back, is that tough for you?
I felt in the gut. I felt a bit sick. We had a feeling that we didn't see his social media after it, and we felt, well, we hope Richard went okay, and then we had that confirmed, and it was a really tough watch last night.
So I know how anxious Richard got before his scans. This is something you go through every 3-4 months.
Yeah, that's the life of a cancer patient, particularly brain cancer. You're only as good as your last scan, and it sneaks up on you. So it's tough, but that's just the life we live. And I'm so grateful that I get to have scans, because that means I'm still in the fight and I'm still fighting when others don't get that chance.
Look, I mean, our viewers have not stopped emailing us about Richard's story, and I just want to read a couple to you. So Cheryl says, "My husband is terminal. We are proud of anything that helps someone else to maybe defeat cancer." And from Ian, "Richard is a trailblazer, an explorer, and where he leads, others will follow. What a wonderful day it will be when it is announced we have a cure."
Richard and his family should be so proud of the enormous impact he's had, and he's made a genuine difference to brain cancer. So, and it's not going to help him or his family's situation, but hopefully it can help mine and so many others out there in our community.
I mean, as you know, he is the most humble guy you'll ever meet. He won't give himself credit for a second. So I will ask you this, because he wouldn't answer it last night. What impact has Richard made on the world?
Richard, mate, it's amazing what you've done. You've put your body on the line to try and find answers to this disease that we just can't find. You've fast-tracked things so that we can continue continue what we're doing, and what you've done is something I'll never forget.
Mark, beautifully, beautifully said. And what you're talking about there of him moving things forward, they say it's 10 or 20 years. You know better than most. Nothing has happened in this space for decades. And we're now talking about a clinical trial potentially later in 2025, and that is something that you two have pushed for. It's something that your foundation is raising money towards.
Absolutely, and you know, we feel that innovation could be the answer, or something just to left field to crack this code. And we need to do tests, we need to try things, and I'm so proud and grateful of the Mark Hughes Foundation and our research teams, what they're doing, and we'll continue that on. And I'm sure all Richard's work will continue, and we'll, between us all, one day we're going to find the answer to this thing.
And I love how hard you're fighting, Mark. I mean, the foundation, you've raised close to $30 million. You are changing the world too.
Yes, and that's because people watching have simply bought a beanie, Ali, and yeah, it's been an amazing journey, and we really appreciate it. And our beanies will be out again this year, so people can look out and get a beanie for winter.
Do you think we'll ever meet another man as good as Richard?
No, it's 1 in a million. We're not going to meet another Richard. Yeah, it's just what he's done will never be repeated.
Well, you know what? The world is a better place thanks to people like Richard and yourself, Mark. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ali. It was a pleasure.
And if you'd like to support the Mark Hughes Foundation, you can scan the QR code on your screen now.